Hello guys, and today I'll be covering my top 3 YouTubers which I think will help you improve the most in Fortnite competitive. So let's get right into it. So first on my list I have Destiny Jesus. So if you don't know who Destiny Jesus is, he is a YouTuber that does VOD reviewing, tips and tricks, and the reason I picked him on this list, 3 level VOD reviewing. So, I haven't seen 3 level VOD reviewing on any other channel. I could be wrong, but if you have, please let me know. So, what 3 level VOD reviewing is, it's when you have one person a semi-pro, another person a pro, and the last person a beginner, and you compare all those players. So, what category he compares the players is, different every video. It could be solo and mid-game fights, it could be in-game, it could be W King, but I haven't seen this on any other channel like I've said before. And the reason I like this so much is that it aims at 3 types of people. Too often I see a video that is aimed too low for my level or too high for my level. And this is the perfect in between. And if it is too high for your level, you get to see obviously your level, then you get to see the natural progression of where you have to be. I guess the final product. Which is why I love 3 level VOD reviewing so much. Now I will show you a clip of actual 3 level VOD reviewing and how effective it is. So in this video he is covering solo in-games, and it is level 1 beginner is Sepp, who switched from console to keyboard and mouse 8 weeks ago, has no earnings, but grinds 12 hours a day. So the semi-pro Jet has strong mechanics but struggles with rotations and decision making late game. Finally, the pro player is Litchi, who placed highest out of all the controller players in the World Cup, came 8th in the solo invitational, and 3rd in DreamHack Winter. So without further ado, please enjoy.
You see how Litchi realizes the guy below him is holding this other guy? Which probably means that the guy has some kind of movement to get, probably like most likely this kind of zone, a pad.
Yes, that's why he's holding him.
Exactly. Being able to realize like when somebody's gonna use movement for you and then being able to take it as well for free.
Okay.
So useful in solos. It's a good landing spot. He already scouted it earlier, so he has a nice landing spot. He's also on the highest elevation possible up top there. Also, one thing he hasn't done is he didn't scout like his rotate at all, right? He was just kind of crash padding like this, and he didn't mark zone. You need to mark edge zone normally. I know it's not the most stat game, right? But you still need to mark edge zone and make sure that you don't waste mats coming in. Because here he should have reboxed. He's got like 20-something seconds to come into zone, and he does it really in like an inefficient way where he goes like wide, right? Right. He goes wide, he doesn't really go towards zone, he thinks he's in, and then now he's gonna have to waste a lot of mats. See, now again, the same kind of concept, right? He doesn't need to early rotate this distance here. He may as well wait for zone to start moving, wait for all these people on this back end to go, and then when these people are either flying in or like crash pad or just regular rotating in, he can just rotate in for free, right? Now he gets above, yeah, this is better. You see how free this rotate is now, right? Because everybody's focusing on these people on the back end up here. He literally just takes that.
So I forgot to mention guys that this is in no way, shape or form a ranking list. This is just me listing out 3 YouTubers that I think will help you improve in Fortnite. So yeah, here is my number 2. So the second person I have on this list is Aussie Antics. He typically uploads either tips and tricks or VOD reviews. The reason I like his VOD reviews so much is because he typically focuses on one player. And when he focuses on one player, he typically focuses on a skill of a player. This either could be Booger's leadership, Click's ability to frag, and many more. Here is an example of his VOD reviews, so please check it out.
This next clip's a great example of what the IGL can do if they're not the tarper, or if they are the tarper, what they have to be aware of before it happens. So right now, Booger's not tarping here. Jamper's going to drop down and start tarping for them. Avery's going to be inside the tarp, but we're going to see something very massive that Booger does that a lot of teammates and IGLs don't do for their tarpers.
Make sure to get up. If it plays up the mountain, you have to get ready to go up, Jumper. So maybe start going up a little bit.
So again, he's predicting what's happening ahead of time. He's communicating. So he's said that he's looked at the map. He's seen the elevation. He knows that after it goes up the water here, it's going to start going up a bit of a hill. So he communicates that. He marks it. If it goes up, we need to start going up a few. So he's predicting that if the zone goes up the mountain, they have to go, but he's communicating it to the tarper and he's telling them exactly where to go. If you're the support IGL in this scenario, which is what Booger's doing, he's not doing the tarping on the front side and he's not fragging on the back side. He's keeping his eyes out and looking for what the tarper has to do and clearly communicating it to him. Watching out for elevation is one of the main things you're going to have to do, because you have to know if your team starts tunneling straight into a mountain and they get stuck towards the end, it's trying to get up those mountains when you're right under them that cause the most amount of congestion and often kills teams the most. If you can start ramping up and elevating beforehand, you're always in a much better position.
Okay, so the final person I have on this list is Reiss. Again, Reiss also uploads VOD reviews and tips and tricks videos, but what I find most fascinating about his channel are again his VOD reviews. Why are his VOD reviews so special? Since they cover usually the team that comes in first in every tournament. Obviously the team that comes first in every tournament usually does something different or special from every other team, and he covers this team in depth, from everything from their looting path to their drop zones, everything. So I'm going to showcase a clip of his channel right now.
Maybe go for a little bit of a safer route. So in each game they dropped in slightly different spots depending on who was contesting them and who had the better drop. However, it was very clear that they tried to get control of the basement very early on. This gives them guaranteed shield from the shield barrels, and they're really comfortable fighting down here since they've been doing it for so long. The most important thing to note about their early game fights is their fantastic spacing. They're always there to back each other up when they need each other. They're also fantastic fighters individually, and by themselves they win a lot of their 1v1 fights. Having spacing that's really good also enables you to pinch really effectively, which is something they do multiple times throughout the tournament. When you stick so close to one of your opponents, he almost doesn't even need to comm anything to you because you can already see it anyway. This allows you to set up a pinch so easy because you can already see what your teammate's doing, so you can quite simply go around the other side and pick up an easy elimination. Once they'd cleared out the spawn, which they did in every game except for one, they ensured that they'd harvested maximum hard materials before they left. Jinx also used the grappler to quickly loot the outside chests around Authority. This trio is a perfect example of how each player has a specific role within the trio. Now, setting specific roles is something that a lot of pro players disagree on and say that they don't really do, which is fair enough, it's whatever works for your team. However, this trio is very clearly cut out. Jinx is always the one who's up front, tarping ahead. Gubos is second, and he's the IGL, he's making the calls, and if you watch recordings, 90% of the voices you can hear are his. Then you've got Worthy, who sits at the back of the tarp, who wins so many fights and is a crucial part of this trio, picking up so many impact frags to continue to get these guys moving in the end games.
Thank you guys for watching this video, and this is the end of the video. Yes, it is the video, so please like and subscribe, and if you want a part 2, please comment that in the comment section down below as well. And peace.